Welcome to the Precome show.
Yeah, wasn't a bad end. Yeah.
Are you talking
I don't know. Are we talking?
the whole time?
Are we doing? Oh, we're doing a talking show.
Really? Yeah. Cool.
Welcome to the fastest half hour in broadcast history, the Precome show. The show was made basically off of spite and jealousy and hatred.
Salute to that. It's always good to be hated, especially when you got tuna fish.
Yeah. So speaking of the topic of the show, I'm really hating you right now. Because of that statement.
Tuna fish?
Yeah. Also, like, make this worth its while. Like, let's try to sell ourselves here. Like, let's envision, like, maybe we get absorbed. You know, maybe we get picked up by a bigger network. Let's say
It's very possible, and I think that the bigger network that could. Wait a minute. What network are you talking about?
It was a metaphor.
Oh, we are the network. Well, this is a network. Wasn't that the point?
No, I was thinking it's the roster ghost we're showing here.
R.I.P.
No, I mean they are still around, and their show still does pretty good. So all the haters, suck on those dicks.
Come back, girls.
Come on back. Yeah, you could have a show. The show is yours.
No,
make more people hate me. That's what I need.
Hi, Jonathan.
What's going on?
How's your day going today? Your hair actually looks kind of done on a Saturday.
I had an alumni basketball game at my high school I had to go to. I wore clothes that made me look as far away from the game of basketball as I possibly could. I told the story of playing a game of 20 games of 21 to 5 to about 15 different people, to the point where I didn't know if I told somebody it yet.
So you owned it.
So I showed up dressed up nicer than everybody, so I just started coaching.
That's great.
I started coaching.
Probably where you should be. You're like.
Well, I mean, I did coach half the kids that were there, so.
Yeah, so you know.
It's not cool when your class was the first class of a school. So like all our banners, the first year on the banner is my graduating high school. And like being back there now 20 years later, there's so many numbers after it. It makes me look like shit. Like I'm a fucking dinosaur.
If you don't pay attention, you don't realize how nasty some of the kids got after we left. Because that was like
coached.
Boom. The talent boom, man.
No, ours was different.
Come see Lynn Classical's banners. I think we've been D1 since we switched. My second year in high school was the second year of the new building. 07. Remember, that's when they were good. They had a good. I don't know, dude. You're talking high school.
We went to the state championship, or
it's Pennsylvania.
Close to
basketball.
Yeah, you know, Philadelphia is just, you know, not a big city or anything. Or, you know, Pennsylvania is not only one of the biggest basketball factories in the country.
Where's Allen Iverson from?
Allen Iverson is originally from, I believe he's from outside of Philly.
I guess, right? I guess that makes sense.
Iverson,
all right. Just to
Hampton, Virginia. Okay. That actually makes more sense.
Why is there more Brady?
He seems like I thought he would be from Atlanta. He seems like an Atlanta dude.
Like that, he looks like Ludacris.
He doesn't look like Ludacris. What the fuck are you talking about?
They had the braid thing going for a long time.
What, cornrows?
Like people were trying to keep up with their styles. Like they were the guys to have the braids that you wanted.
Like any questions, he's the answer.
So, any clue on any topics on the boys tonight? There seems to be a lot of smog in the air. Not much THC flowing, and I feel like we can just simply just say it's all because we miss Kirk so much.
I'm not going to sit here on a pre-show and talk about what they will talk about on their show. But then again, I also don't have any idea what they're going to talk about, nor do I ever. So it's kind of an advantage I have.
Well, I apparently reported someone today on Twitter.
Actually, let's spend the rest of this show talking about that. If this is true, I will pull each of your hairs out one by one.
That's the only reason why I wanted to do this. It's kind of what my favorite part about these things is the likes that the comments get. So like. It's very interesting.
You're about 95% guilty in my eyes right now.
Thank you. I'll take it. I mean, when can I not take that much guilt? I feel like I have to accept that much guilt even when I like the
was it you? Did you report a tweet?
I don't know.
That's a yes.
No.
That's the hardest yes.
Is there a way for me to go and look?
Yeah. Look into your fucking soul and look inward.
No, is there a way for me to go see if I did it through my pocket? Because I don't know any other way I would have done it. No.
There's no way possible. Let me tell you how you tell.
Then how does he know? How does he know that I did it? Or is
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Reason number one: benefit of the doubt. Always beautiful. Okay. Number two, just numbers don't lie. People do.
Man.
Mm-hmm. So, like, what are the chances it could have been anyone else? Now, I always say there's a strong possibility that there are trolls out there, like these Zonker kind of guys. I'm not saying it was Zonker, but that's who I would assume.
Like randos that would just do it.
That just wait for us to say something that Twitter violates their rules and then reports us, which, like, 100%, that's fine. Like, that we got to keep on our shit then. But, like, I still am at 95% it was you.
So it's 100% minus 95%. So it's 5%.
There's a 5% chance. And I'm going to put the plus or minus. So I'm going to put my grace period at around 4%. There's about a 1% chance this wasn't you.
My fingers smell like hickory. So yesterday, I walked to Walgreens.
We're just gonna end that conversation.
And yeah, we're talking about something that's just like that's what we just fed it 5 minutes. John,
shout out to the sponsors.
Who's that? Is that the what is that? Sildenafil? Huh? Is that Sildenafil? Okay.
Wow, very good, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean you have to be ready for any occasion. So swipe away.
Yeah, shout out our sponsor, the Roster Chicks. They are now sponsoring us. That's what part of life we're at.
I think they need a water sponsor. That's who they need. They need a hydrate.
We need a water sponsor. Why do they need a hydrate? What have you been up to? What did you eat for Thanksgiving at the fucking shelter?
Oh man, so we can talk about this.
Do your people celebrate Thanksgiving? Do you have a people?
Well, I mean, I live in a place that has people
with white people in there. I know that. I'm not asking about them. I know what they do.
Well, they cooked. Mom cooked, and we ate dinner. It was interesting. minimal flavor throughout all the dishes. But we ate, and then brother,
This dude's adding terpenes for like salt.
we needed to.
I could still hear you. Hold on, but you could keep talking.
There was an interesting thing, and Mom's gonna not like this, but there was an interesting moment where you ever see Indiana Jones Temple of Doom when they come and serve the monkeys, the monkey brains? All right, the eyeball soup is what she gets instead because she doesn't want to eat the monkey brains. And the eyeball soup, it looked like onions, I guess, is where I'm going. And Mom kind of handed me a bowl of these eyeballs, and I just looked at it. I've never seen like distilled onions.
Before we go on, I need to say this.
Please.
I hate when people don't say my mom, like my mom, or like they just say mom.
I always say my mom.
But you didn't every time.
Because if I say it means because I don't like sing.
It's as if like I also call your mom. I don't call your mom.
I have a brother. You have siblings, and it's like saying like, "Oh my God," I cannot stand that. I cannot.
Oh my God.
No, like one, it's not only your God. It's not. It's a lot of people.
Oh my God, Jay.
And
first of all, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's not even. Ever. We're not gonna go into this. We're wasting valuable time. It's 32 degrees here in Lynn. Saturday, November 27th, 7:45 p.m. on a Saturday. And
that was brought to you by the roster.
Did they ask you for another donation recently? Or?
No, they tweeted me. They tweeted me today. That's what made me.
Really? So yeah. you get.
Well, it made me realize like Chris is doing this show. We do our show every day. Like, why don't they do a show on there?
No idea.
Like, just record a 30-minute show where you go live. All of their simps would be in the fucking comments.
They were supposed to come on and, I guess, casting couch on the first or second or third episode of Meeting of the Minds. They were asked first guests. They were
on. Oh no, they came on John from Scranton show.
Did they? Yes. People forget.
That was the first one with Rich.
I have some notes here. I just want to go over them.
You showed me a blank notebook.
Come on.
Oh, okay. That was like one big thought.
It was just a lot of little words. Okay. Yeah, I also want to mention Mr. Gary Tanguay wrote a book, and somebody, I think it was Breadline Callahan. Don't quote me on that. It might have not been. It was someone took it really serious, like as if his book was supposed to be amazing. And I just want to bring this up because I think Gary wrote like sort of like a comedy crime novel, and I have no idea. I'm not even going to look into it. I might read it just to be funny. I'm not into fiction. I thought it was a real story, like a nonfiction story, but it's not. So especially being a fiction story, the simple tweet on Twitter.
Got it. Nope, that's how they say it.
Was just bitching that he was saying that the cop or one of the characters fart, and it's like people fart, and it's funny. Why can't he put that in a book? It doesn't demean the book.
Farting's in Game of Thrones all the time.
It doesn't demean the quality of the show or the book. I think there should be more.
Who said it did?
Somebody on Twitter. That's my point of bringing this up.
Oh, okay.
Like that his book
I knew a kid so I don't know if you know anything about drag racing, but there's this guy named Joe Amato who's like one of the biggest drag racers back in the day, and he's from Scranton, and we went to a drag race with like him, and we sat like in his pit and everything, and his son was there. I went to school with, and like if you like burped or farted around him, he treated you like a peasant. It was weird. But then again, he did have a house made of fucking gold, and he had a glass floor with a race car in the bottom. So I mean, that's pretty cool. So I mean, we were peasants, so
you should not fart around a guy like that.
Yeah, I stopped after that.
I'm learning what farts are. Farts are just gas.
Clip that.
that can't be like digested. You know, it's chemicals
No,
that
it's just like when your body is breaking down shit, gas is produced.
There's certain ones that we can use, John, and there's certain ones we cannot use.
Carmen, is there any type like oxygen? Like that's a gas. Is there any types of gases our body breaks down? Oxygen. Yep, oxygen. She goes, I'm sorry, what? Like oxygen? There's no gas our stomach breaks down.
Yeah, it's hard. Like that's why we burp and fart, because they're not like those
It's
gases.
a byproduct, Jay. It's like why your car has an exhaust.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I could understand now your statement that you're starting to get farts.
Oh, that's why certain farts.
No, that's not it. Don't worry.
That's like you can. That's why certain farts smell like what they do. You know, like because of those gases, like terps, they smell like specifically. So like you could tell what. That's why we know when you can light a fart on fire, because like you have methane in that fart, which is only produced as a byproduct as eating certain foods.
Okay. Got it.
They can be toxic to you. You're not supposed to fart. We're not supposed to have any type of ugliness going on down there. And that's where
that's
like
not true.
colon
even plant eaters fart.
You got this fucking idiot, and this is where my show is gonna end today.
Well, yes, I'll tell you what. It's the fastest 25 minutes because we're not doing we're not giving them like a 1 second grace period here.
Not even. But
they can't go live if we're live.
We had the big man, Big J, live yesterday, eating chicken wings.
I wanted the sneaker stream. I bet he could triple those numbers. 124 views.
The views are another.
Yo, we get more views. So for all those people who shit on us, like we get more views on one of our periscopes, let alone like everything combined.
I'm not talking about views.
Me neither, but still,
just look
that's on the minute fans.
Look at it, Justin. He's drinking Coors Light too. I don't. Why are you drinking Coors Light? Like, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I don't know, because he's on because of everything I've been reading and getting into, and it's just completely opposite of everything that could help.
Also, Hooters wings. What's your grade on them? I think they have pretty good wings.
Shouldn't be mentioned. They shouldn't be mentioned.
Why? I think they have pretty good wings.
When you live in states of,
oh my god, I'm not gonna hear that everybody thinks they have the best shit. Like no one has ever said Buffalo.
You have better wings in Philly or wherever you're from. Like the Buffalo area, they're big, meaty, chunky wings.
Like, yeah, I don't like big, meaty wings. I like little. I like them like dried out. Like I like little guys.
Little like.
I would rather like 30 little ones. Which first of all, Karma's chickens and like these chickens these days are juicing.
No, they're antibiotics.
Yeah.
They give them antibiotics.
The chicken we get from Carm's farm is like half the size of normal chicken.
Do you hear me? Carm knows this. They give the animals antibiotics to help them grow faster.
Yeah.
Just like
juicing.
Huh?
We got 2 minutes here. Fastest 2 minutes in football. What do you got for the weekend slate?
Nothing.
Okay, perfect. That's the fastest 2 minutes in football.
I watch football. Have a nice night.
No, you still have 2 minutes left, so.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. I'm gonna go off of these guys are gonna go on here. They're gonna do the Discord VC. I have 2 comments on growing. Organic soil will be great to talk about. Other things that I like to talk about. I had my mic criticize my token yesterday and saying I talk mad shit, and if things work for certain people, I should just shut the fuck up. And what I'll say is, go ahead.
Isn't this this is high blind Mike? So like, you understand, I'm not gonna take your side here. Like, no. I hope he hurt your feelings. I hope he broke you down.
He's right. He's definitely right.
Yeah, he's right.
All the way. You can't be wrong. He's the high one.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say on his point in who would I be if I were to not inhale as much cannabis as possible at this point? I mean, I've denied none, really, and not one has been able to show me that I don't know. It's better. I guess the thing is, like, when you can't get high anymore, there's no winning. But I do
I
feel
think, yeah. Okay. What a line.
just like food, it could be tainted. You know, even the great cart problem of 2020 when they were all blowing up. That's just heat. That's a heat problem. They were heating them up too much, and people were making shitty carts. And you know, and what my argument on
overtime.
you just needed to. The argument I have on flour is that when you inhale flour, you let your bowl of flour, you're getting a 25% strain of THC. Your body's only able to inhale maybe 10% of that. You're not.
But that's why I don't care about any of those, like any like dabs or anything like that.
No, the dabs are just as bad, John, because the dabs.
I know. I saw TikTok today where a girl has to rub pepper jelly on her stomach so she doesn't get sick. Anyways.
What the fuck is why pepper jelly? What
I
kind
don't know. She said, I don't know. It was like some anti-dab bullshit. All right. This has been the Precome show. Expected every week. The more and more people get mad about it, the better we're doing. Make sure you stay tuned for something, the 420 show, which will be after this. I assume Chris has a big old list of topics. We will hit best producer in the business on that show, just by far. Just superior to the rest. And we'll see you after.
Night.
Welcome to the Precome show.